Hi everybody. Today's homework is converting measurements and you are taking notes. You might have to pause it to catch up with me because some of the notes are already done just to save time on the video. So I have the giant G for gallon man. Inside each gallon are 4 Q's, which stand for quarts. Inside each quart are 2 pints, so I have my P's. Inside each pint are 2 cups. So I can see there are 4 quarts in 1 gallon. There are 2, 4, 6, 8 pints in 1 gallon. And there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cups in each gallon. So go ahead and write this down and fill it out. And when we are converting, I don't know if you remember, I wrote it wrong the first time, so I had to fix it. But remember when you are converting from a smaller measurement to a larger measurement? So imagine your hands together real close for small, and then you spread them way out for large. So you're going small to large, and it's like your hands are forming the fraction bar or the division sign, and your head and your feet are the rest of the division sign. And then when you're doing large to small, your hands are far apart, coming together to make small, and then go ahead and cross them to multiply. All right, so let's just look at this. If I have 2 quarts, 1 quart, 2 quart, how many cups would that be? Well, I'm going quarts to cups, so I'm going large to small, so I need to multiply. So for 1 quart, I know there are 4 cups, so 2 times 4 in 1 is 8. Okay? 32 cups to 1 gallon, or to a gallon. I'm sorry, 32 cups equals how many gallons? So I'm going cups to gallons. I'm going small to large. I'm going to divide. So 32 cups divided by how many cups in 1 gallon? 16. So 32 divided by 16 would give me 2 gallons. All right, now I'm going gallons to pints. I'm going large to small, multiply. So how many pints in 1 gallon? 2, 4, 6, 8 times 3 gallons would give me 24 pints. All right, now you do these. Copy them down. There are 2 conversion questions there for you to do. So what we have been talking about is customary measurements. But now let's go ahead. If you need to pause, go ahead and pause. But now I'm going to turn my journal sideways. Well, the heading on the next page is the metric ladder. Okay, so it's still part of the converting measurements assignment. So now what you need to do is you are going to draw a staircase. The staircase has 7 steps. Make the center step kind of big. Okay, then you're going to label your steps. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull out here. You're going to label your steps K for king, H for Henry, D, died, U, unexpectedly, D, drinking, C, chocolate, M, milk. So the way you can remember this is King Henry died unexpectedly drinking chocolate milk. Well, what does that stand for? Okay, so this is all about the metric system. So let's start with U. U stands for 1 unit. That could be a meter, 1 meter. It could be a liter, 1 liter, or it could be a gram. So this is like the last name. So meter, liter, gram. The big thing is it represents 1. All right, so now let's go back up here. Let's circle unit to help us remember this represents the number 1, the whole number 1. 1 liter, 1 meter, or 1 gram. Now let's come up here to K. So as you go up on the staircase, you're getting bigger than 1. Actually, let's work our way up. So the next larger amount is called a decagram, and deca is the prefix, so you'd have decameter, decaliter, decagram, and it is worth 10 of the units. So there are 10 meters in a decameter. So you're going up the staircase, 10. Okay, now we're going even bigger. So H stands for the prefix hecto. Hectometer, hectoliter, hectogram. And you got it. You multiply by 10 when you go up. A hectometer has 100 meters in it. Okay? All right, now you're going to the big daddy, right? So 10, 100. So the K stands for kilo. Kilo. And you could have a kilometer, which sometimes we say kilometer, kiloliter, kilogram. And yes, it means 1,000. There are 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. These are the big ones, going bigger. Now let's go smaller. Okay, so deca, if you know your prefixes, deca means 10. So now it's smaller, but it's 1/10. So it's decimeter. Decimeter. And a decimeter is 1/10 as big as a meter. So let's go ahead and show our 1/10. 1/10. Okay. C for chocolate stands for centimeter. So I'm sorry, I should just put the prefix. But centimeter, centiliter, centigram. And you guys know this. It is 1/100th of the meter. A centimeter is 1/100th because it takes 100 to make 1 meter. All right, now the very tiniest. So these down here are smaller than 1. The very tiniest one, M, stands for the prefix milli. And you got it. We have 1/10th, 100th. So this is 1/1000th. Okay, now when you are converting up and down the staircase, copy this down. If you're going to the left, you're going to divide by 10 for each step. If you're going to the right, you're going to multiply by 10 for each step. So let's try this out a little bit. So I have 1 decameter. Remember, here's decameter equals how many meters? So I'm going to go down the staircase 1 step. So that's multiplying by 10, right? So 1 decameter is really equal to 10 meters. So you're going to put that there. Okay, but what if we have a question that says 1 decameter is how many centimeters? So I'm going to go from decameter to the unit, from the unit to the decimeter, but I want centimeters, so I got to go all the way down to centimeters. So 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. So there are 1,000 centimeters in 1 decameter. Okay, now let's try centimeters. Next question is centimeters equals how many millimeters? I'm going down 1 step. I'm not going to do any more with the highlighter because I don't want to clutter it up. So I'm going down 1 step, and so I'm going to the right, so I'm going to multiply. So 1 centimeter times 10 is 10 millimeters. 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters. Okay, now let's start for the next one. You're copying all these down. Start for the next one. 1 meter is how many millimeters? So I'm going to go 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps down. So that's times 10 times 10 times 10. That means there are 1,000 millimeters in 1 meter. All right, now we're going to go to the left. 1 centimeter equals how many meters? So I'm going to go to the left 1 hop, 2 hops. So I'm dividing by 2 hops, divide by 10, which means I'm really dividing by 100. So 1 centimeter is really 1/100th of a meter, or like this, 1/100th of a meter, because it takes 100 centimeters to equal 1 meter. All right, 1 decimeter equals how many meters? So I'm going to go 1 hop to the left. So that's divided by 10. So that means 1 decimeter is 1/10th of a meter. Another way to write it, 1/10. Because it takes 10 to make 1. So each one is 1/10. Now let's go millimeter all the way up to meter. So I'm going to be going to the left, so I'm dividing with each hop. Divide by 10, divide by 100, divide by 1,000, because times 10, 10 for this one, 10 for this one, 10 for this one. So I'm going to divide by 1,000. 1 millimeter is 1/1000th, or written like this, 1/1000th of a meter, because it takes 1,000 to make 1. So only 1 millimeter would be 1/1000th of a meter. All right, I would like you to copy these down. So you have, in the customary measurements and the metric, you have 5 conversions to solve. Thank you. That is all.